Welcome to the Wrexham Coffee Matchup. I'm Dave.
And I'm Courtney. Each week, we'll take a few minutes to catch up on the latest news from Wrexham. From matchups to transfers, on and off the pitch, we'll share our takes on it all.
So grab a coffee and join us.
Hey Dave, welcome back.
Welcome. It's been a very busy couple of weeks and a little bit of a reality check this week, but I'm sure we'll talk about that in a few minutes. So how are you today?
Yeah, a little bit indeed. I'm doing well. I spy with my little eye a little tribute behind you.
Oh, yes, we will talk about that. So my James McClean wall of memorial from the pencil craftsman, one of the beautiful artists from Wrexham who does the murals around town. So give a shout out to him. So we'll talk about James McClean and the news that just broke over the weekend. Yeah.
What should we start with first after a kind of ho-hum sort of week? I think we don't really want to talk about the match right now, do we? Should we jump into some other news first?
Yeah, I think we're going to talk about it very little. How about that? So one, I'm sure you're very excited to see, as I was, that Kabaore was back.
I think that's my positive takeaway from the match.
It is. And after, he had a little bit of a slow start. He was back in the starting lineup, which we mentioned before is kind of unusual for Parkney to come straight back into the lineup. But that means that he's healthy, was ready to go. I will say I thought he was a little rusty in the first 15 minutes, but so was the whole team. So maybe it wasn't him. Yeah. But we started seeing flashes of just how exciting he is to watch to play. And so I'm really glad to see him
Actual back. Flashes, you mean, as he was running by?
As he was running by. The funniest part of the weekend and the funniest part of his return was apparently, if you were watching the match on Paramount Plus in the US, the commentator kept mispronouncing Kabore's name. And he did it for the entire match. And he kept calling him, instead of Kabaore, which rhymes with that's amore, as we know from your song.
As we know.
He kept calling him Cabaret.
Okay, well, that's a very different flavor.
Which led to an endless string of social media posts about Liza Minnelli and the Weimar Republic and
as one does
musical theater. But
no, I am bummed I missed that part of it.
Yes, but so the notable thing is that he's back, and we're glad to see him back because we have missed him. He's been out since mid-November, I believe.
A while, yeah.
It's been a while, and so I know that him being back and Kakache being sort of close to being back to peak form, I think we're going to see some interesting stuff in the next coming weeks. That's for sure.
Yes. Yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward to moving forward.
Yes, moving forward. So we have had a lot of news this week.
We have
the most recent news was just an hour or so ago. We got the news that Matty James has signed a contract extension, which is exciting news through June of 2027. He was originally contracted through June of 2026. So I think that's a nice, solid affirmation of just how important he's been to our team this season.
Yeah.
He is, as I mentioned last week, he's the only player to have played every match this season. And so he's now has 27 matches plus cup games under his belt. And even if he's just coming in halfway through or 90 minutes or 80 minutes in, he's still making quite an impact for the team. And so it's good to see, his role continue. And I'm wondering, my question is, is this a sign that he's potentially sort of captain potential, right? Because of the role he's been playing and just his experience that he brings to the team. Yeah.
He just doesn't, I don't know if he's as consistent a starter to be a captain would be my only pushback there.
Right. So I'll be curious to see what happens over the rest of the season for sure. But the other exciting contract extension that we got is that Max has signed a new contract that takes him through not only through 2029, but has an option through 2030, which is really nice to put quiet to the rumors that a Premier League team had been scoping that they were going to snap him away from us. Instead, he joined Wrexham at the age of 12 in the academy. And he signed his first contract in 2020. So this would make him a lifelong Wrexham
Yeah.
player, which is
And
very
look, I have
exciting to see. Yeah.
I would have no doubt, and it would not surprise me at all for a Premier League team to be chasing him down. But I'm very happy that he is staying. He is a very key member of the squad.
And he will be playing in the Premier League in the next year or two for Wrexham, right?
With Wrexham.
With Wrexam.
Let's see.
At which point
Let's
he will be one of very few players when that happens, not if, when. He'll be one of very few players who have played every league from National League up to Premier League during his career, which is
incredible
quite an accomplishment. And to move up with a team the whole way is unbelievable. Yes.
Absolutely.
So did we want to talk about sort of the news about the leavings, potential and confirmed leavings that we have? Yeah.
I don't have the heart. You have to say this one.
Okay, so we talked about last week or the week before. We did talk about that it's now in the news that Elliot Lee has asked to be loaned out for the rest of the season and to entertain offers from other teams. I think it's just a reflection going back to before his injury and his knee surgery that he just hasn't had any minutes in the championship for Wrexham. And so what is his role on the team? I mean, he did play in our 3 League Cup matches, including scoring a beautiful goal in one of those matches. But I think he's just itching to play. And the opportunities in the way the squad is at the moment just aren't there. So we have 2 more weeks left of the transfer window. So I'd be curious to see where he ends up going. And if it ends up being a loan or if they end up releasing him and him getting a new contract somewhere else. That's sort of the options on the table.
I just hope he plays.
Yeah,
I just hope he has the opportunity to get back on the pitch and play.
Yes. I mean, having watched him play, as we've watched him in person, he's just such a dynamic player, and he just brings so much energy to the field
and dedication.
Dedication and just humor and charm, and you just want to see him do incredibly well. And everyone's talking about how they're hoping he gets a placement that is like a Jack Marriott or an Ollie Palmer placement this year, where they're both thriving. As opposed to some of the other players who have had, sort of some bumps in the road during their time, including Paul Mullen, who's now back at Wrexham, and they're looking at what's going to happen to him next. So, So here's hoping we hear soon, and just that he gets out there and gets on the field and we can watch him in matches against other teams, which we'd love to see. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
the big one.
The news that came out, I guess this is our other tie-in to the match day. Because he didn't start, he wasn't on the bench, he wasn't named. And then during the match, I believe it was, the news came out that James McClean would return to Derry City.
Right. I mean, the timing was very odd. I mean, because we had just seen him last week in the FA Cup match, and it was his first time back on the pitch since his suspension. And prior to the suspension, he had that incredible run of 3 or 4 matches where he just played incredibly well. But apparently he had asked back in November. He asked Parky, he said, if it's looking like I'm not going to be getting playing time, can I go back to Derry City if that's an opportunity? And apparently he started his career there back in 2011, or he left there in 2011. He started his career there. Yeah.
He was born in Derry.
Yes. Yeah. And he's always said that when he's done at Wrexham, he wanted to go back. That was his goal for his family. And to take his family. And apparently what it turns out, I saw this just yesterday, is that his younger brother also just signed for Derry City. And so they will be playing together. And
that's so nice.
So they not only will get playing time, but playing time as a family, which I think is just an incredible thing. Apparently, a lot of people have already scoped out how to watch Derry City matches, which service you have to subscribe to. So it'll be interesting to see.
I had no doubt about that.
Yes.
All right. So on that note, and inspired by your lovely picture behind you, I have some James McClean trivia.
Okay.
So I have 4 questions for you. With which team did James McClean make the most appearances in his career?
Oh, see, I didn't do the homework on him, so I know
That's
he
okay.
played. I know he played, made 600 appearances since he came to England and Wales, and about 100 of them were for Wrexham. I don't think it's Wrexham. I don't know.
Wigan Athletic.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the only non-Wrexham one that I have. Okay. Do you know how many goals he has scored for Wrexham?
8.
Exactly.
Okay.
Minutes he's played for Wrexham. So you don't have to guess exactly. I can give you some thresholds if you want.
Okay.
And you can tell me over under.
Okay, so I know I did see he played 108 matches. So I'm going to say 750 minutes.
Way more.
75.
You probably mean that's
my math is
you
wrong.
probably meant
okay. 7,500 minutes. 7,500 minutes.
You were actually very close. According to what I saw with Wrexham, 8,305 minutes.
Okay, so averaging 83 minutes a game. That's amazing. Yeah.
Okay. And then within any one season, so he's been with Wrexham for 2.5, but for 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Within any of those seasons, which players have scored more red cards? You can just give me one name of one player who scored more red cards than he has.
Since being at Wrexham. Scored more than him? That is okay. We need the countdown clock here. I honestly can't think of it. I remember his red cards, but I don't remember anyone prior to this season.
So
yeah, go ahead.
He actually did not have any red cards with Wrexham.
Oh, he just had yellow card violations, right? Too many.
He didn't have he also didn't, from what I saw on Transfermarkt, he didn't even have a yellow that, like 2 yellows that became a red.
Okay.
But this season, Callum Doyle has had a red card. That's the only one.
I knew that.
And then in the 23-24 season, there were red cards from Andy Cannon, Ryan Barnett, Will Boyle, and George Evans as straight red cards. Will Boyle also had 2 yellows that became red. And those were, all of them had 1. Will Boyle had 2. And they all scored more red cards than he did because he had 0.
So
he always gets this rep for being so hot-headed, but he actually has had 0 red cards at Wrexham.
So it's the reputation thing that's been carrying with him, is that you just assume this hot-headed guy who gets into fight with people in the parking lot after the match, which apparently did happen, is because... Yeah, that's amazing to know. It's amazing to know. It is also very interesting because when he first came, he gets a lot of hate from the other teams wherever we went, and a lot of foul mouth. A little bit of anti-Irish sentiment as well, and yet he has turned into one of the most loved players of the recent era amongst Wrexham fans. I think it's just because of his skill, his dedication, his keeping in tip-top shape at 36 years old, never missed a match because of injury in the 2.5 years. I mean, it's just quite amazing what he's done to take that reputation and spin it, which I love.
Yeah. Agreed. That's all the trivia I had.
Okay. Well, thank you. I did. Not too bad. I did.
You did very well. You did very, very well for not having done any homework and me not giving you any hints about what was coming.
I read 2 articles, so that was my homework, right? So then I guess we can talk very briefly about the Norwich City match.
You can just say the result and move on.
So we lost 2-1. Our first home loss since November.
Oh, wow.
Since September. Sorry, since September. And
wow.
Yeah, so we last lost at home to QPR on September 13th. And it was our first loss.
They're going to come up
in
again.
general, and they're coming up next week. And then our first loss in general since Swansea in mid-December. But I think after that string of just 4 Christmas wins and then the FA Cup that had everyone on such a high, I think everyone was feeling like, okay, the team's in peak position, we're ready to go, and the lineup looked great. And it just, we started slow. The first half was just rocky. And then it really started to switch and we started pulling together. And Sam Smith really gave us energy when he scored his goal in the second half of the first half. But I think it really comes down to 5 minutes into the second half. There was the medical emergency and it led to a 20-minute delay in the match. And just we never really got our momentum back. And it was tough. I mean, even in the post-match interview, Parky was like, we came out from the break and we just made a mistake and then we made another mistake and they just capitalized on our mistakes and we kept making them. And he didn't seem angry at the loss. He just seemed like it is what it is and we'll regroup.
Honestly, you can't be angry after the December and first part of January that we had. True. So
I mean, we're still in great position in the league table. We're still 10th, and it's a really packed tight group right there in the middle of the table. And so I think that if we just regroup, come back on Tuesday for Leicester City, then we'll be ready to go. And we're at home again, so hopefully the home magic will return.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so because that's the next match. But just after that, on Saturday we play QPR, who you've just mentioned.
Right.
Was that really our last home loss? That's incredible.
It was back in September. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So we have two teams that are very close to us, within 3 points on the table. So, and we're in crunch time, let's say. Not really.
Yeah. So
we're just past the halfway point of the season, but.
Right. So I was looking. So Leicester City, they're having a tough season on the road. So their away record is not that great. They haven't won an away match since November. So they're
now is not the time for them to do that. Now is
not the time. And there's talk about their manager possibly being replaced. Because remember, they were in the Premier League last year. They were relegated from the Premier League and they had a bumpy road ahead. So, I mean, I think that they're looking to sort of, strengthen themselves, but who knows what can happen. But it was interesting when I saw that this is Leicester's first visit to the racecourse since 1981. So they have not played at the racecourse since 1981. So 45 years. Yeah, which is
and they're not coming in to flames on the side of the field and they're not going to know what to do with themselves.
No. Hopefully with the new cop we can get some flames, but
I just mean for tomorrow, like I hope that throws them off their game because they're not.
Right. And then on Saturday we're down to London to play QPR away. So as I mentioned, we lost to them 3-1 in September, but we both will admit that was a very different Wrexham team in September than what we're fielding now. So, but they are 1 point behind us. They're in 11th place.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then what's next for us?
Well, so today, the February ticket lottery for the racecourse opened up. So the matches that will be held in February, it's time. So as we mentioned way back at the beginning, they moved to a lottery system for all of the member tickets if you're not a season ticket holder. And we have to put in our request for tickets and we have to put it in by where in the stand we would like to sit, which is very different from how we bought tickets in the past. And then we will get notice next week. If we're successful, they will automatically charge us and then we will have our tickets issued. Since we're going together, you'll put in the lottery for us and that would guarantee our seats together, which is also a nice change.
Which that's very nice.
We have not had seats next to each other.
Not officially. We have, but not officially.
Yeah, so it'll be nice to know that we are sitting together if we're successful in the lottery. And then if we don't get through on the lottery, then we just have to watch the ticket exchange where the season ticket holders who can't make it put their tickets up for resale. And those tickets pop up until game time. So it's really just
we'll be ready.
Luck of the draw. I've used the ticket exchange in the past, and that was how I got when I saw the Birmingham match last season.
Okay.
I was able to sit in the third row of the Macron stand, which was an amazing seat that I got at the last minute. in your name, but that's because I already had a ticket.
You're welcome.
Yes. And then if the other option is that they are making hospitality seats available this season in that section where the stands for the players who used to be, that they moved to the other side of the thing, they turned that into a hospitality section this year. So those also go on sale after the draw is completed. So
any seat, I'll take it.
Any seat. We are going to be there no matter what. We're going to make sure that we are there. Yes. Yes. And I can't believe it's only a month away, just about a month away.
I know.
So, yes.
I know. Looking forward to it.
I've got to get it. Got to get out all my winter clothes because I'm not used to wearing them.
Yeah, it'll be a much bigger adjustment for you than for me.
So hopefully when we regroup next week, we'll have 2 very exciting matches to talk about and
team news.
Wins and some team
hopefully
news.
Good team news.
Hopefully positive team news. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Talk to you soon. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for joining us this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
You can also email us at wxmcoffeematchup@gmail.com. All one word. That's wxmcoffeematchup@gmail.com. Or you can follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at wxmcoffeematchup.
From the cop to your coffee cup, that's all for today's Wrexham Coffee Matchup. Keep it brewing, keep it red, and as always, up the town.